On Latin America, bringing all this discussion to Latin America, how do you see the behavior of governments regarding the internet and media in Latin America at this point?
Well, it's pretty mixed, actually. I think compared to the rest of the world, I mean, I know it's mixed and there's all sorts of problems, but compared to Europe, compared to the United States, compared to Southeast Asia, actually Latin America is doing very well.
Mm-hmm. Do you, I mean, some of the critics point out even to President Rafael Correa attacking the press. How do you feel about it? And
well, I mean, God damn it, they should be attacked very frequently, because the first responsibility of the press, first code of journalistic ethics is accuracy. I mean, it all starts, you've got to tell the truth. I mean, that's got to be the first thing. And then to be representative, to not just because your organisation is owned by some family, to not report on those secrets. So there's a big problem in Latin America with concentration of media ownership. Although, you know, there's what, 6 big families control 70% of Brazilian media. The problem's actually much worse in other countries. For example, in Sweden, 60% of the press is controlled by one publisher, the Bonniers. They're sort of like the Murdochs of Sweden. In Australia, it's much worse. Also, 60% of the Australian media print media is controlled by Murdoch. So that's when we talk about freedom of expression, we have to include freedom of proper distribution. And one of the most important things that the internet has given us is practical freedom of distribution if people are already interested.
And
it doesn't mean you can push your thing out there to 1 million people with existing advertising and so on, but it does mean you can set up some blog site or something, and if people are already interested, then at least they can read it.
A very personal question, in the sense, some point out that you're a hero, some consider you as a criminal, others as an international threat, others as an activist. In your own words, who are you?
I'm just a guy, I mean, but I'm doing something. Let's go back a bit. I think it's all of us live only once. We all have responsibilities to live our lives according to our principles, and to not waste our lives. So I'm simply doing that. I mean, I don't think it is necessary for me to define myself. In fact, I think when people do define themselves, they're probably lying, actually. But instead, one should look to people's actions. Are people's actions consistent over a long period of time?
Just a last, why do you avoid going to Sweden?
Because I'll be extradited to US.
For what reason exactly? If you can just elaborate on that.
The United States has a grand jury proceedings for the past 2 years now, investigating WikiLeaks and me. The United States government says in its own internal documentation that its investigation is of unprecedented scale and nature, that it is a, quote, whole of government investigation. So it's a serious business involving over a dozen agencies.
All right. Future of internet, the future of WikiLeaks in Brazil, if you may. Anything particular? You announced that you're going to put out 1 million documents. Any good thing on Brazil?
Oh, well, for us, yeah, we'll be publishing a lot about Brazil this year. Very interesting material.